Stalkers, I'm Kathryn DeSinaasappelen, and today we are doing a frequently asked question, Prince Charming and Me edition. So last month I did It's My YouTube anniversary special, which also happened to fall on my wedding anniversary, so I shared with you guys how I met Prince Charming, and you guys had questions, I have answers. Let's get into this. How did we actually end up together? So our relationship started long distance and online. I know it gets a lot of flack and everybody says like blah 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 blah, it's never going to work. But here's the thing, when you're in a long distance relationship, the only thing you can do is talk. You know in the back of your head that if you two want to be together, one of you is going to have to move. And realistically, nobody is going to move for another person unless that relationship is going to go somewhere. So at least for my husband and I, we talked about more serious topics in the beginning of our relationship where I swear to God, I know people who are married who haven't talked about some of the topics that we covered before we got married. So I highly recommend long distance relationships. Anywho, after I think it was about 2 years, we decided to take that step where I moved to France to go temporarily move in with him, but it turned out not to be temporary because he asked me to marry him and then I just stayed there forever and that's it. What language do you two speak? So I speak French and I speak English, and my husband, because he is epic and amazing and intelligent, speaks French, Dutch, and English. So we spoke French. And that's actually something that we've been actively trying to break since moving to Belgium because I need to work on my Dutch. And honestly, it's just too complicated in my mind to keep English, French, and Dutch in my mind together because I end up mixing up the languages. But it's almost sort of funny because I'll start in Dutch and it ends in French, or I'll start in English and it ends in French because we are just so in the habit of speaking French with one another. In fact, even when we go home, it's really difficult to speak English with him because we never do it. It's just, yeah, it's difficult. And a bonus little side fun note is all my little endearments that I call my husband are in French, and it just seems weird to say it in English. Like, it doesn't have the same amount of love that it does in French. When can we meet him? This was a conversation that I had with Prince Charming back when I was thinking of even starting a YouTube channel was, hey, would you be willing to get on camera with me? And his response was, no. He does not want to be on camera, but there's a but. I did ask him if there was a point that I got 100,000 subscribers, which meant I could get my silver play button, if he'd be willing to make an appearance on my channel, and he said yes. And so I don't know if he thought that maybe I would give up before then or if I wouldn't get that many subscribers, but that's like my goal is to like someday get 100,000 and then to get 1 million. So yeah, maybe you guys will see him someday in the future. Does Prince Charming know that I call him Prince Charming? And the answer to that is yes. Does he like it? Okay, so this comes with somewhat of a story because my husband is a very logical, pensive man. And sometimes I love it. It just, wow, his mind is so beautiful and brilliant. And other times it just annoys the living crap out of me. And this is one of those instances because I call him my Prince Charming because he is like the love of my life, my Prince Charming. And you would think this man would call me his princess or something, but no, he doesn't, because, and I quote, I don't have a kingdom, and I shouldn't be calling him Prince Charming because he doesn't have a kingdom either. And it's like, man, that is not how this works. And you're just ruining the magic, and it upsets me and it makes me mad, but I still call him Prince Charming irregardless, and I still consider myself to be his princess even though he's not willing to admit it. And for all you internet trolls out there who I know will come and say like, I bet he doesn't like her. No, he says that I am his wife, which is a term of endearment that is more meaningful and impressive than just being his princess. So yeah, that fills my heart up with joy. Like, yay! So that's what I got for you guys. If you have any more questions that you want to ask me, be sure to put them in the comments below and I'll save them up and maybe I'll do another frequently asked questions edition in the future. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to be a good internet stalker, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. And if you want to find me in other places, check out the description box where I keep all the links to my social media. I'll see you guys in the next video. Tootsies, my applesines. So Prince Charming comes home with a pumpkin and he says to me, I thought that perhaps you could make soup. And I say to him, in what universe do you think that I look at pumpkin and the first thing that comes to my mind is let's make soup with it? I'm making pumpkin pie because that is what you do with pumpkins.